This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer. This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer. This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer. This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer.
We're gonna talk about today. I'm gonna talk about myself. Can I talk about myself?
Go ahead, talk about yourself, Bishop.
Myself? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm Lynn. As some of y'all know.
Sorry.
You know what,
This
Kaz?
is a
You're being
demonstration
rude.
of
Stop.
Ustream Producer.
He's
No,
like,
I'm
kill
just
me
playing.
now.
But no, yeah, I'm a music producer here in Cleveland, and I decided to, start a show with the volume, and I'm sorry, please forgive me. With the volume here, with Mr. Volume, Zay,
Turn up.
and Kaz. Right, Superwoman. Can we call
Superwoman.
her Superwoman from now on?
I got the
Superwoman.
S on my chest today.
But yeah, we decided to start a show and to promote
Ustream
what we're
Producer.
doing as musicians and business people. And I have a recording studio, so I kind of like know how this stuff go a little bit, I guess, if that's what you want to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, enough about me. So we'll go over to Zay. Zay.
Yes, sir. Born and raised in Cleveland
Let's go.
as my birth name, Jose
What?
A. Harris Jr.
Your government. That's your government.
my government name, and born and raised in Cleveland, like I was saying, and
Ustream Producer.
went to Cleveland schools in high school. Went to private school coming up, first grade through eighth grade, private school. So I had a great opportunity to learn more in depth about the Bible, something our kids don't get right now in school. So hopefully, once everything takes off, we could open up a school that has something, for the kids to learn, other than just, more morals and things of that nature. I went to John F. Kennedy High School, whoop, whoop, where I graduated from. The only high school in Cleveland. I know my wife is going to trip, but hey, oh well. I do her when I get home. And yep, I went to try seeing Cleveland State for a moment, and I'm just happy to be here. Bass player, writer, composer, MD.
Oh yeah.
Minister of music of Elevation Community Church, where your life gets to live with Pastor Dante Thomas. So I've been around a little bit,
Ustream
and
Producer.
I'm here now. Had a dream to do this, and I'm privileged to do it with Lynn and Superwoman and Howard. So that's me. Cass, what about you?
What about me? Well, by trade, I am a mental health counselor for adolescents and children. Went to school pretty much the majority after high school. I was just in school, college, grad school. So I am an alumnus of Wright State University and
Ustream
Ashland
producer.
Seminary, which is something people don't know that I actually went to a seminary. I'm born and raised in Euclid, so I am a suburbanite. Graduated from Euclid High School. Don't do that. Don't do that. Unlike Lynn and Zay, I have no background in music, but I'm fortunate to be able to manage amazing artists in a band and kind of. I've always loved creativity and being able to kind of be around musicians and choirs and stuff like that. So, but
What's the name of your management team? Your management?
my management company is Lioness Management. Did you just roar? Like, who can be serious? Like, dude just literally roared.
Right.
So that's in a nutshell. No kids. I have like a ridiculous amount of nieces and nephews. It's like too many.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like I think
Ustream producer.
including Zay's kids. I think it's 12.
12.
Nieces and
Wow.
nephews. Youngest is 1. Oldest is 18.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't really need no kids right now. But that's me in a nutshell.
Cool. Thank you for that long speech. No, I'm
Just
kidding.
you need to add some more stuff while you talking. Yours is just extra short.
I was trying to give you all a chance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
We're gonna go to our engineer Howard. He's here with us. You can't see him on camera right now.
Show your face, Howard.
Yeah, Howard.
Howie!
Stay there so they can see you, man. So you can talk. This is Howard, the sound man.
Those had to come off.
Yo,
Y'all crazy.
I cannot.
yo, Howard, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, born and raised in Cleveland in the St. Clair area. Currently live on the west side, but trying to make my way back to the east side. I am a live sound engineer,
Yes.
which I love doing the most. And just now getting into studio engineering. I'm
Producer.
with New Millennium Music Group,
Yes.
engineering there. And also
Hey.
I'm a photographer, videographer, and an all-around media person. I have no kids. I have a niece, goddaughter, and a godson on its way.
All right.
So,
Blessed.
I got it. I want everybody to say something really random that people would not know just by looking at you about yourself.
Okay. First of all, I want to send a special shout out to my two favorite girls.
Demonstration
My
of
goddaughters,
Ustream producer.
Trinity Manning, and my little goddaughter Gabby, and my godson Nehemiah and Andre. I love you guys. I hope you're listening. Something about me. Let's see. So much crazy stuff that people don't know about me.
Just one. We just need one.
Okay, can we go to KAZ? Because I really like.
I'm lost too.
Because I don't know.
Serious?
Go for it. Give us some ideas.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us since you
This
miss
is a
talking.
demonstration
No,
of
don't do
Ustream
that.
producer.
Okay, well, something that people would not know about me by just looking at me is I am a fanatic for Elmo. I love all things Elmo. I think he is.
Really? I didn't know that.
You a lie.
I swear.
Okay, well, see, you learn something new about KAZ, but I don't know why, but I think he's awesome. He's cute, and I just love him. And another one, I am talking to today, and it's only 3:17. The time is now 3:17 p.m. Anyway,
Ustream producer.
another random thing that you wouldn't know by just looking at me is I absolutely positively love lioness. I love them as a creature. I love what they represent, their character, everything about them. So that's something that you wouldn't know just looking at me. So that's the kind of random stuff that people just wouldn't know about KAZ.
Zay.
Oh man, something random about me. Let me see here. Just piggybacking off of KAZ. I woke up the other morning and I realized that I'm really a
Ustream
Thundercat.
producer.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm really a Thundercat. Like I wake up and I'm
so
like,
glad to hear for that, yo.
I see my nails going in. And,
Dude!
yeah, yeah. So
Do the song.
okay, you want to hear
No,
the song?
please don't.
Do it.
No.
Thunder, 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 thunder. Caught.
can't.
Oh man, yep. And I want to give a shout out to my kids,
This is a
Zaymar,
demonstration of
Tyshawn, and
Ustream
Marzea,
producer.
and my beautiful wife, Marjanette. They're little Thundercats too.
I cannot.
Okay, so I think I'm ready to say.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Something random about me. Let's see. I am a Apple fanatic.
I did not know that.
I love Apple with all my heart. I love it as much as I love my wife, Aretha.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
just saying, I do. I have everything
This is a
Apple that they
demonstration
make
of
except for I think
Ustream
the
producer.
Mac Air. But I don't know. Like, people be so mad at me because I talk about the iPhone a lot. But I actually really, really love Apple. I don't know. I watch all the little things that come on there. I definitely want the Apple phone when it comes out for my birthday. So if you're listening and you want to, dedicate some funds towards that, I will be happy about that. So yeah. Another one. I think you said one.
Of
I don't
Ustream
know.
producer.
Just go ahead. I did like 3, so go ahead. That's what you
Another thing. I am 37 years old. If you didn't know, and I still love cartoons. So I still watch
favorite
cartoons.
one. What's your favorite cartoon?
My favorite cartoon. Oh Jesus, I can't really say. I mean, I watched the Animaniacs coming up, so pretty much they is hilarious, man. I swear they are. But yeah,
This is a
that's 2 fun
demonstration
facts
of
about me.
Ustream
Sweet.
That's pretty
producer.
good.
That's pretty good. I do want to give a shout out to Miss Loretta Chowders from Jam.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Loretta.
I love you.
I can hear in for interview.
Yep, O.D. Williams, turn up. Thank you for listening. Margie, thank you for listening. Lady RE45, y'all crazy? She called us crazy.
I'm not
That's
crazy.
Riri.
That's y'all.
Yeah.
Riri, thank you.
Hey, Riri.
And my wife said, a Thundercat? Yes, I'm a Thunder. You wake up next to Thundercat every
I mean, he
morning.
called y'all little Thundercats.
I know.
Who
Wow.
does that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, buddy.
Howard, what's your random?
Yeah.
I'm still thinking.
What?
Well, in the meantime,
Well, we missed that. We missed the random segment, so
Right.
That's
we have
fine.
to wait till next week.
That's
Right.
fine.
In the
That's fine with me.
meantime, we're gonna. I will be playing on the next break that we have. I'm gonna play Destined by
This is a
Faith.
demonstration of
That's the
Ustream
Chandler's
producer.
group, where Loretta is singing, and those are her sisters and brothers. They have an awesome.
Yes, they do.
3-song joint, and it's nice. So I'm gonna play Destined by Faith. With Tawana singing leads on Shout to God. Actually, their little nephew wrote that song.
Really?
Tanya's son wrote that song, Shout to God. So I'm going to play that next. So y'all stay tuned for that. Well, we're going to talk about the current events. KAZ, she's over there. Oh, we call her Superwoman. I forgot.
Superwoman.
Yeah, we don't call her
Ustream
Superwoman.
producer.
Y'all
Wait,
don't
but first,
remember
wait. I think
You're not
Howard's,
gonna remember that.
Howard looks like he's ready. Howard, is you ready or
Is you
no?
ready or not?
You ready or no?
You ready or
Nah.
Come
not?
on, man.
Nah.
Give us one random fact about you. No, we need 2 random facts about you. 2.
Come back to me.
Come
No,
on, Howard.
we're not coming
No,
back.
We're
We're
not.
moving. We're moving
We gotta
forward.
move forward.
One random fact about me. I don't know, to be honest.
Come on, Howard.
You play drums.
Right.
That is
Drums,
random.
drums, yeah.
Yes.
I'm not professionally playing drums, but I play. Yeah, most people don't know. I'm a musician a little bit.
See, I'm all these
Wow.
musicians. I can't.
You know
Never
what?
knew that about Howard.
Some of the greatest sound engineers, hint, Carter, plays plays an instrument, and I think it's big. Like, it's important for you to be able to listen out for things that you can do yourself. So
Right. That's what's up. I'm gonna put Big West on blast. I hope he listening, dog. But next time you drive your motorcycle, you know what to do. That's all right.
No, you didn't. Hashtag insider.
right.
Man, it seems like
Wow.
West be having the worst car trouble ever sometimes, man. Like, I had to follow him to the gas station. Now, you tell me, okay, I'm putting on the tape file, right? I'm saying, okay, we get ready to go. So, West had a flat on his tire. Okay, so we rolling. He get ready to, he like, yo, follow me. He didn't even ask me once I get ready to leave. He just looked at me and said, follow me. I said, okay, Wes, I'll follow you. So I'm driving behind him. The light is yellow. You know, when it's like, that's caution, right? Don't that mean slow down?
Right.
Or
Prepare to
like,
stop.
get ready. Look, this dude drives through it, and I'm sitting there like,
Wes.
I'm like, I can't go nowhere else. You think I'm finna run the light? You know, the devil is alive, not happening.
Right. Hey, by the way, that's one of our good friends, how Wesley Carter from Carter Productions. Want to give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Big
Yes,
West.
Yeah, he was doing his thing last night. He
Ustream
does his thing at
producer.
Take 5 and all over, pretty much. I think this is him calling in, probably.
If this is him.
Oh my God, we gotta call in real quick. Listen, guys, see what's going on.
Hello?
Hello,
What's up?
what's good?
Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling.
Your party is unavailable.
Oh,
To transfer to another extension, press star
somebody hit
8.
star
Or to
341.
reach the
Let's see what
receptionist,
happens.
press 0.
Press 0.
Right,
producer.
we are so.
Seems like y'all got a crossed up line here.
Yeah, we do.
Your
Cross
call
the
is being
line.
transferred.
Who are you?
Oh no.
This is Double H.
Oh,
Double H.
Double H. Who
The
is
big
that?
that's
Double
my
H.
dad.
Double H.
Hey, what y'all doing?
Trying to figure out why we here in 17.
Yeah, you got like 5 callers when you call here.
Right.
You have reached Therapeutic Life Changers Counseling Center. I am not available to take your call.
Hey, this is
Please
sponsor
leave your
moment.
name and phone
Sponsor.
number in a detailed
Sponsor moment.
message, and your call will be returned.
Therapeutic
If
life.
this is an emergency,
Counseling.
please hang up and dial 911. Thank you.
Okay, listen, we're gonna take a break. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, but it's kind of fun because we get to work through these, and you as listeners get to work with them through us with us.
I don't know what's going on. We gotta see.
It's
what's
all
going
good,
on
though.
here.
We good.
It's good. We good though. Yo,
We
turn
chillin'.
up. And listen, it is now 3:26. We're gonna take a break real quick, and we'll be right back. Here's a little Destined by Faith. Shout to God, Cleveland's own Destined by Faith. Tawana on leads. Let's go, baby.
Turn up the volume.
Turn up the volume, baby.
This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer. 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 This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer.
With Lenny Bear and KAZ and
Woo-hoo!
Say. It is now 3:34 p.m. and we're gonna go straight into our current events with
This is a demonstration
Superwoman.
of Ustream
KAZ.
Super cast to the rescue. So, the past, last week I know I talked about Ebola. Wow. But apparently, as of, I think Wednesday this week, we had our first reported case in Dallas, Texas. So there was a guy who was in Africa, who was visiting, who came home and ended up having the virus. And him and his family and everybody who he has been around was like contaminated. So they're working on trying to get rid of the virus so that it doesn't spread.
Right. We have a caller on the line that's been waiting. I'm sorry, and we're gonna pass this person through. They've been waiting. So, caller, you on the line?
Yeah.
Hey,
What's going on?
what's going
What's
on?
going on?
Who are you? Tell us.
John Marshall.
John
From the West Side.
What's going on, John Marshall?
Marshall.
Now chilling. What y'all getting into?
Just on the show, kicking it.
That's what's up. That's
This is a
what's up.
demonstration
Yeah, trying to
of
turn up. Wait,
Ustream
you said you from the West Side?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on with you?
I'm not chilling. About to hit the streets tonight. Turn up.
Oh.
Wow. So where are you going tonight, caller?
I don't know. I might go up to Akron or something. Columbia.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, we thank you for calling in. We gotta go, and we will definitely want you to tune in with us next week or next Friday and listen to the show. Thank you for calling.
Okay, Leonard.
Alrighty.
Sweet.
All right, so we're gonna go back to our current events right now, and I would like to thank the caller that just called in. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, John.
Be safe out there.
Be safe. So, Cass, Superwoman.
So yeah, that's the update about the Ebola virus being in the States, in Texas. So hopefully that gets, and we don't get that because we don't want that.
Ustream producer.
The next thing, kind of in relation to Africa, so I was on the internet kind of finding some inspirational quotes and stuff like that, and I came across this homeless guy. He's in his middle 20s. Usually when we see homeless people, they just kind of chill on the side and they're begging for money. And this guy is actually into books, and so he does like book reviews, and he's like he's homeless, but he's sitting there doing book reviews and talking about that type of stuff on the corner. He's like having almost like a lecture type ordeal. So I thought that was kind of cool. Because he has a philosophy that even if he's homeless, that he believes that books are important. So instead of begging and things like that, he's actually has a stack of books that he's sitting next to, and he's reading and he's talking to people. So I thought that was interesting.
Wow.
And my last current event kind of has to do with like date rape drug kind of. So they have these scientists in North Carolina University decided to make a nail polish that can identify if Rohypnol is in your drink when you're out for girls. I don't know if you guys have heard about like date rape and people doing stuff like that. So they created this nail polish, and girls can dip their fingernails in their drink or whatever and know what's in their drink. Like if they walk away or go to the bathroom. So I mean that's just about.
So wait. They have a nail.
It's a nail polish.
Because I've seen nail polish that change colors. My best friend used to wear those all the time. So this what does it do though? When does it tilt? Like does it change a certain color?
Yeah. So it's just like a regular nail polish color. So like say if I'm out and I go to the bathroom and I'm talking to somebody and I left my drink. If I discreetly dip my finger in my drink and it changes colors, that tells me, hey, there is something in your drink that you don't need to drink it no more.
What?
So
that's amazing.
I know.
Yo, nail like you like.
And you were like, yeah, you just talking.
Did he just make the sound effect?
He did. Like that was not a studio sound effect.
Wow.
Well, I wouldn't suggest anybody that who has that kind of lifestyle to go out and leave your drink unattended anyway.
I agree, but I think sometimes stuff happens. You know what I mean? Like I just thought it was interesting. Common sense, and you learn. You don't just leave. You don't go to the bathroom and leave a drink. But you never know. Like I remember being out one time, and I was with some friends, and they didn't put anything in my drink but more liquor. So it wasn't even like I was with my friends, and you wasn't expecting your friends to be trying to, you know what I'm saying? So I think it was just interesting in the spirit of awareness and stuff like that. So. And we got a caller. Look at that.
Look at God.
Hello?
Just to piggyback off of what you were saying about the homeless guy, we as people have to be extremely careful how we look at other people that are less fortunate than us, because they're homeless, but we are one paycheck away from being possibly in that same position. So we don't make them no better. It's a lot of smart and intelligent people that have a wealth of knowledge and education that just made the wrong decision. So people out there, just be careful how we look at other people. Turn up.
Please do. Well, we're coming to the segment of the show where we have our topic of the day. Woo! And here to introduce the topic of the day is KAZ again.
Superwoman.
We just putting it all on KAZ, ain't we?
What's that about?
We got Superwoman right now. She's gonna tell us our current event of today. Sorry, our topic of the day. Excuse me, my bad. You mad or no?
Okay, so we were kind of talking when we were having our meeting, and our topic, it's like a two-sided topic. So the first part of it is, what would you do if your best friend's spouse or significant other is being abused by that spouse or significant other? And then another part of that, which, for the record, I didn't put this in here. This last part wasn't me.
Shout outs to Big Steve. Honey, my Wednesday.
But how you decipher play fighting and actual physical abuse? Like, what's the line? So the very first part of the topic is, what would you do if you know that somebody who you're close to or you love, their spouse, their significant other, somebody that they're dating or not, they're actually being abused, and you know that? Like, what would you do? So that's the first thing. The first one, and then how you decipher. How do you know what's the line between we was play fighting and did you just really smack me like randomly outside at the gas station? Like, how do you know what's the line between that?
What's a hit and a hit
and a hit, like
a hospital hit?
Well, I can't really speak on that because I really don't do a lot of play fighting because it could get serious and get, go too far. So I really don't do that. I don't know. I just always felt like that was like kiddie stuff. So I don't do that, So I can't really speak on that part of it, of the play fighting. But I feel like whenever someone is inflicting pain on you and unwanted pain, I just think like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you just walk into the house, you come through the door and you just punch your wife in the face and you just go, or punch your girl in the face, like what's up? Like, I don't know. I just think that's crazy. But yeah, I don't play like that. So the first topic, what's the first part of that topic again? One more time, sorry.
What would you do if your best friend, spouse, or significant other was being physically or any type of abuse by their spouse?
Yes, it is.
This is
Wow.
So, a Ustream producer.
Yeah, that's pretty deep. I personally think we should take a caller on this one.
Yeah, let's take a caller. Who is this caller?
Deacon from Elevation.
Yes!
Skittles.
Hey, Skittles in the house on the air.
Or Pookie. You might know this Pookie.
Right.
I want to take you there.
Yeah.
A
What's
Ustream
up?
producer.
I'm what's going on. Same old. I'm at my home up in the elevated country.
Working.
Bedford, Ohio.
Yes.
Right.
And how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
We doing good. Listen, the topic of the day is domestic violence, and what would you do if a person that you're close to is experiencing domestic violence from their significant other? Could you talk about that a little bit?
This is a demonstration of
Well, first of
Ustream
all,
producer.
we who are in the world but not part of the world, we know that that's a spirit that's going on. But what happens is that a lot of men, well, domestic violence goes both ways. It goes with the men, it goes with the women. And what happens is that a lot of the men, they take out things on the women. It's not really where they mad at the lady, they mad at stuff in their life. And they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to cope. They don't know how to handle. And it's the same thing with a lot of women. Everybody sees, like the men and women, they see their mothers and their fathers beating their mothers and their fathers each other up.
Wow.
They see the verbal abuse, they see the mental abuse, they see the psychological abuse, they even see the financial abuse. So all they see is that. Now, is it right? No. Should they be condemned? Yes. But at the same time, with some people, you have to take the time to understand their hurt. See, everything always has a root. There's always a root of bitterness. There's always a root of pain. And people looking from the outside, oh, that's wrong. They ought to hang them, kill them. Yeah, but it's an illness. It's a sickness.
Right.
Not deliberate. It's something that was formed out of a habit. You know, my daddy did it, so I'm going to do it. And some women now, on the other hand, they take that abuse for the sake of the kids because they don't want the kids to become statistics outside of the home. Well, at least he's here. And then some of them even psychologically think that they deserve it.
Wow.
So each situation demonstrates
of Ustream producer.
Obviously.
Wow.
Now, again, I'm not condoning it. It's not correct. But the people need help. I mean, people have to have patience and understanding that they're not really in control. It's the inner man. So you got a thing called the inner outer man show. And, you know, we should know that from the cartoons of seeing a little devil and a little angel, where you got somebody always pulling you. Should I do this? Should I go here? Should I go there? And so on and so forth. Right. And they get caught in a crossroads of not knowing what to do and wind up choosing the wrong thing to do.
Wow.
So, what?
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff that you speaking. Hey, Deacon Skittles, hey, we thank you for calling. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about what you just said. But thanks again for calling.
Thanks
Turn
for
up.
calling.
Appreciate it.
Love you too. Yeah. That's very unique how he talked about the boundaries that domestic violence cross. Like when he said financial, wow, we abuse our money daily. You know, purchasing things that we shouldn't have. Police and the law enforcement, they take domestic violence very serious. I mean, sir. I remember one time me and my wife, we were playing around, and we wrestle all the time. You know, I just think it's fun, and it's the way to bond. But other than that, we don't get so aggressive that we try and knock each other head off. But this one particular time, we were playing around, and one of our neighbors called the police, and they had 11 police cars and like 15 cops come for little Zay. Yep.
Wow.
Little Zay.
Back then I was a little Zay, but now I'm a big Zay. They came for me.
You
and
yourself, yo.
They don't play with that. They asked her some questions. They had their guns drawn.
What?
And everything. And I was in the hallway on my knees, in handcuffs, and they just wanted to make sure everything was cool, because violence is serious, especially when it's domestic. You know, and I have had domestic violence happen really close, not in my personal home, but very close to me.
Wow.
And I have witnessed it, and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling to see that with somebody you love, and then they go in, and it's just not good. Mm-hmm. It's just not good. But the person be so in love with the other person that they feel like that they gotta they feel like that they have to stay with them. And like he said, for the sake of the kids, you know, so your life is more valuable and is more important than that.
Right.
You know.
We have another caller online. Hello.
Thank you for calling Turn Up the Volume radio show.
Are you there?
Are you there?
Are you still there?
Hello, caller.
Caller.
This is a demonstration
Great
of
topic about
Ustream
domestic violence. I'm here.
producer.
Okay.
I know that voice.
Great show, you guys.
What's your name?
This is Minister Christine. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Hey, Mom.
Great
y'all, I am so proud of you guys, what you're doing.
Turn up.
I'm actually in the thrift store, and one of the ladies say, "Well, what show are you listening to?" So y'all got to get some cards.
We'll have some soon. They're on the way.
Well, you know what? The whole thing about the cops having so many people come, my brother was a police officer, and they said domestic violence is the number one way cops get killed quicker, because the spouse who's being victimized turns against the police. Yeah. So now the state of Ohio has a law that if you get caught in domestic violence, you can no longer not press charges because the state picks it up. Because women were being killed because they kept going back into the same relationship over and over again, and the courts couldn't do anything. So now the law has done something different. But the caller before you, domestic violence, a lot of times we don't get out because we don't know no better. It's not always about the women, about the children. We become victimized so much that we believe the lies that nobody else will love us, and so we don't get out.
Wow. That's good.
And the fear that we put, the fear and intimidation, the isolation, and all of that makes us. I was 15 being abused. I didn't know no better. Black eyes, broken ribs. I didn't know any better. But then he was my source and my father because I had a real dysfunctional family. So sometimes it's not believing the lies that nobody else will love you, nobody else will care for you, and this not knowing how not to be a victim. And when you become a victim, then you just used to being victimized, and it's just a hard cycle. The thing too about helping people, sometimes you have to just kind of plant a seed and pray. Because the same woman who wants to help on 1 week, the next week she's in love with the man.
Right.
So it's one of those things you have to really walk in prayer and wisdom, because sometimes the women are so victimized that they don't even know that there's a way out. So sometimes you just have to walk alongside people, love on them, speak truth when the opportunity comes, because the worst thing you can do is be chased away because we're too aggressive or too bossy, and then that woman may or may not have any help or somebody to watch what's going on. So, and I'm glad you guys, this is actually Domestic Violence Month.
Yes, we was getting ready to say that, yeah.
Cancer Awareness Month. So I'm glad you guys are having that topic. And just women, you can get out, you can be free. There's resources, there's help available, there's domestic hotlines you guys might want to flash that or get that phone number. But there is help.
Yes.
There really is help. So great topic, you guys. Keep doing what you're doing.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for calling.
A Ustream producer.
I guess great minds think alike. Well, that's my mom. She is a pastoral counselor, so she has a lot of insight on dealing with stuff like this. Not only personally, but she kind of took my job just a little bit. So we're gonna talk about that. But I do have a number. It's a Cleveland number. The number is 216-391-HELP. HELP 216-391-HELP. And so that's a number, a domestic violence line, because sometimes, like my mom said, any woman, or not even women, any person who is dealing with domestic violence and feeling that, it's a cycle. And so what usually happens in those relationships is a man or a woman, he might beat you, and there's a honeymoon period, so everything's okay, and there's an apology, and so a lot of men and women or people dealing with that, they don't know how to get out because, okay, he won't do it again, and then it's a big cycle. So just like she said, it's very hard to kind of be alongside women or men or people going through that, but there is help.
Demonstration.
Most cities, most big states have some type of resource. A lot of the information, you can get a number, but most of the time there is like shelters and things like that that are on undisclosed locations, so you just have to ask for help. So to all the listeners who might be struggling with something in that, please find some information out. Talk to a pastor, talk to someone who you love, and ask them to support you and get help. So once again, the number is 216-391-HELP, 216-391-HELP. So that's for anybody in the Cleveland area who is struggling with domestic violence and who might need some extra support or just somebody to talk to as a way of escape.
Cool. Listen, everybody that's out there listening to KAZ Radio, Turn Up the Volume radio show, you more than welcome to call in at 216-797-1537. That's 216-797-1536. Listen, you're listening to Turn Up the Radio with Lenny, Superwoman KAZ, and Zay. We'll be right back in a moment.
Thanks for listening.
This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer. 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 This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer.
To turn up the volume with Lenny, KAZ, and Zay.
Lenny, babe.
We have an alternative number that you guys can call in. The lines is getting flooded right now, so the number is, if you want to call in, the number is 347-539-5088. If you want to call in, that's the national number. And we have a caller online right now. The time right now is 3:58. And caller, you're on the line. Who are you? Say your name.
Hello, my name is Stacy from Elevation Community Church.
Hi,
Stacy.
Hi, everybody.
What's happening? Turn up.
Turn up the volume.
Yes.
I'm so proud of
This is
you
a
guys, and I just wanted to
demonstration
call
of
in to
Ustream
comment
Producer.
on the topic of domestic violence.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the second part of the question I'll address first. As far as play fighting, I don't play fight at all. Zero.
Amen.
Nada. Because I'm very passionate about domestic violence. What I've noticed is domestic violence is oftentimes a cycle. It starts with possibly great-grandparents, grandparents, parents, onto the current generation. And it does come in all different forms as far as
This is a
financial,
demonstration of
spiritual,
Ustream
emotional,
producer.
physical. And what I would do as far as if someone close to me, I knew for a fact they were being abused. Oftentimes they don't have the courage to stand up and leave, and they've been diminished and brainwashed thinking they can't stand on their own. So what I would do is just try to encourage and support that person as much as possible, because you can't remove them from a situation without them really wanting to go, because they oftentimes just go back. So I would just try to support them. I would pray,
This
but
is
I
a
would try to support and
demonstration
encourage
of
them and let them
Ustream
know
producer.
that they can come to my house as a safe haven, maybe find them a shelter or whatever I can do to be support until they were strong enough to leave on their own.
Wow.
I agree. I think that's great. I think it is the best thing that people can do is be supportive, because it's true. Like, if you're in that situation, it's really hard to walk away, because there's love for that person or whatever. So you're right. That's probably exactly what I would do.
Yes, so that's my 2 cents.
Miss Stacy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know you was listening to some of the comments I said about
Ustream producer.
actually the playing around. I know there's a barrier and boundaries that you don't cross when you play fight.
Correct.
Like me personally, me and my wife, we do. Like yesterday, she had me in a chokehold, and
Go Marge.
I can see that, yes.
yeah, she had me in a chokehold, and actually I got it on video. I'm gonna post it later.
We should post it now. Yeah.
One reason why I did not post it, because it's people that's actually experiencing that. Really, I didn't want it to be like a mockery of their situation. But me and my wife, we do play. And I never one time hit her too hard, and she never hit me too hard, and it's never a scary situation. And we've been married for 13 years. Now, when you feel like you need to hit somebody and be serious to put hurt on a person, that's when you need to leave. You need to leave. When you experiencing that, you need to leave. So how do you feel about that?
Well, being a newlywed of only 3 months, I feel like everybody's relationship is different. For you and your wife, you guys know your boundaries and you know what's comfortable for you. But for me and my relationship, I don't feel comfortable play fighting just because I've experienced domestic violence before, and it's just not a comfortable situation for me. I don't like anyone even raising their voice at me because it makes me uncomfortable because of my past experience. But if that's something that you can do in your relationship and you know the boundaries and it's comfortable for you, then go ahead and do it. I mean, I just wouldn't do it for me.
Wow, that's very good. And I also think that everybody is made up differently and they experience things differently.
Exactly.
So they can't. When I was at home, I never heard my parents argue.
Exactly.
Like never. And it would trip me out. Like I never heard them argue at all. But here nowadays, people argue all the time, and the kids are used to it. They're like, "Oh, mom and dad is used to it."
That's normal, right?
That's normal. But I thank you so much. We thank you. Turn up the volume, radio. Thank you for calling and supporting.
Thank you for having me.
You welcome.
Don't mock me, dude.
Oh yeah, that was my superwoman. You welcome.
Don't do that. Thank you, sis.
Turn up.
Turn up, Stacy.
And right now we're gonna do the weather and the time right now with Superwoman. She's gonna do that right now. If she's ready. You ready or no?
Of Ustream producer.
The time is currently 4:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the weather for the weekend, it is currently 72 degrees. It's partly cloudy. Right now there is it looks like it's going to rain the rest of the day. 80% chance of rain. It's going to go to 50%. So it looks like a rainy weekend. We're praying that it doesn't rain tomorrow because we are doing the color run.
Yes.
So we're hoping it's mild. It's going to be in the 50s, but it looks rainy. So y'all pray with us so we don't get rained out in the morning. But that's the weather.
Thank you. I would like to have, if it's possible, if Cash, you can read the actual topic, the very headliner topic that we had first. Once again, so we can, for those of you who have that are just now tuning in. This is KAZ Radio and the Turn Up Volume Show. Turn Up the Volume Show with Lynn, Kaz, and Zay. But I want Kaz to actually say the topic again so everybody can. I know we're talking about domestic violence. And you can also call in. Once again, the number to call in is 216-798-1536, and also the international number. I'm sorry, is 216-797-1536. That's 216-797-1536. And the actual international phone to call, the other opposite number for you to call is 347-539-5088. That's 347-539-5088. And we're going to go over to Superwoman. She's going to give us... Superwoman, give us that topic again.
Before I actually did the topic, I did want to just talk about a couple brief facts associated with domestic violence.
Okay.
Women experience more than 4 million physical assaults and rapes because of their partners, and men are victims of nearly 3 million physical assaults. So I think people don't realize that men also get abused as well. And then every year, 1 in 3 women who is a victim of homicide is murdered by her current or former partner. So domestic violence has levels, and I believe that, as this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I think it's important for people to know that it's not just something that just kind of comes and goes, but it's something that is serious. So, with that being said, our topics for today. What would you do if your best friend's spouse or significant other is being abused? And the second part to that is how you decipher play fighting and actual physical abuse. Like, what's the line, between that? So, what would you do if your best friend is someone that you love, somebody you're close to? You know that their significant other, their spouse, somebody in their life is abusing them, and you know about it. So what would you do? That is our question.
Wow. People, don't be scared to call in. Call in. We want callers. Call in. They were flooding earlier. The phone lines are open. Once again, the number is 216-797-1536. That's 216-797-1536. Also, the international number, if that get backed up and you can't get through, is 347-539-5088. The number once again is 347-539-5088. Turn Up the Volume Show is live and popping.
Right.
Popping.
I'm just gonna fail because I have this wonderful sheet of random facts about domestic violence, and I just read one that was actually interesting, I guess.
Right.
It says that domestic violence is more likely to occur between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. And I think that is. I mean, I would never thought about what are the prime times of when people might be experiencing domestic violence. But when people get home from work, if you think about, depending on what your job is, you get home from work, and if it's a war zone and stuff is going on, you got 12 hours of being possibly abused or leading up to an abuse session, or so I think part of the reason we're doing this is to bring awareness, and then hopefully pray for people and give the helpline so people can get the help that they need. So
this is a demonstration of Ustream producer.
Yeah, my opinion about the first part of the topic. The thing is, to me, I dealt with some situations like that, not with myself, with having a friend that was going through that. The best thing you can do right now is just, because a lot of people say, well, you talk about domestic violence, but when you actually, if you're using, you can use verbal abuse.
Yep.
That's part of it, with verbal abuse and neglect, and just the whole, thing with making someone feel less of themselves. And the best thing you can do as a friend is, first of all, mind your business. That's the first thing. Because a lot of people be like, well, because girls, one thing about women, they stick together. And it's nothing wrong with saying that, so don't feel offended. It's nothing abusive about that.
Right.
Basically, just mind your business, one. The second thing is, be there for the person. Don't talk negative. He a dirty dog and all this kind of stuff. Just be there for the person and let the person know that they're loved. You just build the person up. If you got somebody else tearing them down, you build them up. Don't tell them, don't make them feel bad about themselves because they're getting abused. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know. Some people don't really know how to walk away from a situation like that. Right. And sometimes they do, but something holds them, to that. And sometimes women and men, they get abused and they're just so used to it, they put up with it for a long time. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm glad that we have hotlines nowadays and stuff that you can call and talk to people about that. And Kaz, what is that number for the hotline?
The number is 216-391-HELP. HELP 216-391-HELP.
Yep.
And that also is, which I didn't mention, that's a 24-hour hotline. That means somebody will be there to talk to you if you need it 24 hours a day. If you're going through, if you don't know, if you feel like you don't have a friend or can't talk to somebody, that's what that hotline is for. I know sometimes from not personal experience, but that is hard. And I think like Lynn said, a lot of it's a stigma behind it. And you have to be supportive because that is hard I would imagine, to get out of, because it's somebody who loves you, or you know what I mean, and to think that they will be hurting you on purpose would be difficult. So I think having that, if you don't have a close friend or somebody, and we got a caller,
do we?
You always got. I could have swore it was just ringing. But anyway, 216-391-HELP. Oh, it is a phone ringing, but it ain't in here.
Right.
So 216-391-HELP.
Demonstration of Ustream producer.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about the time that you said between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. People take stress out on individuals because they come home from work, they had a long day, they can't hit their boss, so they go home and beat on their significant other. I do have a really good friend that he's 6, he got to be 6'7", easy 350, and was a victim of domestic violence. And some of you guys out there laughing like, this big dude, soft. No, he just didn't want to hit his girl, and he was so in love with her that he didn't know how to leave, and kids and everything are there and they don't want to leave. They provide and everything, and it just puts everybody in a bad position. When you at home, you get your windows bust out. First of all the finances coming out the same house, so you gonna bust the windows, you gonna slash the tires, and then wake up and be in love with the person. And I just don't get it, but it happens. And like Lenny was saying, people need to mind their own business. When you start involving yourself, now you're making that person feel like they're doing something wrong when they're actually the victim. I totally think this is a great topic. Also, our Christian community, our church community, probably need to tap more into it and talk more about it, and let them know that there's actual professional help. It's a lot of times that people counsel a situation and don't know the professional side of it, and don't know how to handle it. So all of the pastors and all of the and I might step on some toes, it's all good. You can call in too, pastors, but all the pastors and people that's doing counseling and not doing it professional and only looking at it on a spiritual side, I feel like you're doing your counseling, your church, and that person not justice. You're not serving it in its fullness by just talking the spiritual side. There's a physical side to it that we need to tap into as a church. And that's why I love Minister Chris that called in earlier. I wish she had called back so we can talk some more.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah. I love what she said, because she'll pray for you. She'll be like, God gotta deliver. Then she gonna tell you some natural stuff. You need to get yourself together and get help. And when you call these hotlines, they actually will help you. And then they'll talk you through it. And these are professional, trained people that will help you. You don't have to do it. Jesus is love,
Right.
and love is not an aggression against you or anybody else. We got callers calling. I'm super excited. I'm turned.
I think it's important to know too that
Demonstration of
it's not
Ustream
just
producer.
as adults, as a therapist, I have clients, I have teenagers who are being domestically abused by their boyfriends or girlfriends. So it's not just, oh, I'm an adult, and we live together, and it's real. And I think it's important for, like Zay was saying, it's important to have the natural side of it, because we can pray and we can be supportive, but sometimes you need those natural resources. If somebody is in a situation where, okay, I'm getting abused or I'm getting hurt, and I don't know what to do, yes, you need to be supportive, but you need to either know how to point them to get to the resources if they actually are asking for help. Because what I know about people who struggle with domestic violence, that asking for help is huge, because it's a secret. Nobody's supposed to know. That's why they wear makeup, or nobody, you know what I'm saying? So if they come to you and they're asking for, oh my goodness, what should I do? You need to be able to point them to a therapist, to a social worker, to a helpline. You know what I'm saying? And as a church, we need to not, like Zay said, we shouldn't just be praying for people. You know what I mean? On some level, somebody in the congregation should know. Well, you know what? Let's be proactive. Let me walk alongside you. Let me figure out what's this hotline. You can call this, and not just here's the number. Sometimes you need somebody to walk alongside with them. One, for accountability, because I can give somebody a number and be like, God bless you, here's this number. And they go right back to the same situation and feel like, well, I'm not strong enough to do it. So I think as Christians, it's important for us to walk alongside people, not just pray for them and not just love on them, but there's a natural piece to it. There is okay, we need to come alongside you and we need to find out what is it that you need. You know what I mean? Sometimes people, not just with minding your business, and not, if you ask somebody, what is it that they might just want to talk. They might just need to cry and vent, and we can't impose. We can give them all the resources, but if anybody who's struggling with domestic violence is not ready to walk away,
that's good.
They're not going to walk away.
That's
and
good.
It's not okay to be like, well, let's do all of this, because who knows what the trickle down effect. So they have to come to you, and you have to be God's love enough to say, what is it that you want? What is it that you're seeking? How can I help you? And not, here, call this person and let me, because we can do all the legwork. I can have you with a shelter and all that, and guess what? He knows where you're at. He or she knows where you're at, and he's coming because you weren't strong enough to walk away. So I think it's important to know about the natural resources that's in the community, because there always is. I'm almost positive the majority of the major cities in the nation have a shelter, or there, you don't know about them, because sometimes, like I read, sometimes people get crazy and want to try to kill you. So you can't know where these places are, because they're keeping women and men safe. So
that's good.
Yeah,
you just blessed the airways with that. Just piggybacking off of what you said, you just have to hold people accountable for it. Like, did you call? Did you do? Let them know that you love them, and that just being there is important. We have a caller on the line.
Yes, we do. Wow.
Caller, you listening to Turn Up the Radio?
KAZ Radio.
Turn up the radio.
Turn up
the volume. What's up?
What's up?
What's up? Who are we speaking to?
Producer.
This is Double H.
What's up? Now we can hear you clear. What's happening?
Elder. Hi, Elder. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
Good. We talking about domestic violence. What's your views? I was at home with you guys for over 18 years. I want to know what's your thoughts. Your thoughts. I never heard you guys argue. I never heard you guys get into it about anything. And if you did, I didn't see it.
Well,
Demonstration of
mostly
Ustream producer.
it's respect.
Mm.
You definitely have to have respect for another person. You have respect for their views. You don't agree with them, that's well and good. You don't have to resort to violence. Also, it's the time in which we're living in. The Bible speaks about this generation is much wickeder and wiser.
Mm.
And sometimes people are not taught how to deal with
This
complex
is a demonstration of Ustream producer.
When my brother and I was coming up, my father sat us down and says, "You have a sister, right?"
Mm.
He says, "Yes." He says, "You don't want no one beating on your sister, do you?" He says, "No." So don't you ever beat on your wife.
Nice.
And not only that, my thing is, if you marry a person or you're in a relationship with a person, you like the way that person look or you wouldn't be with them. Why would you dot their I's, bruise them up,
This is a
knock out their
demonstration
teeth,
of
then gotta
Ustream
lay up in bed
producer.
and look at them?
That's a certain.
Right.
That's good, Reverend.
I mean, that's crazy
Yeah.
to me.
It is.
I like the way they look. And then you turn on the television, the news, there's violence everywhere. So people don't know how to deal with their issues without turning to violence.
Right.
Hey, I got a question. Double H.
That's his new name. So called
That's your caller
Double H.
in name, Double H. I got a question for you. You hip to the Ray Rice situation. Now watch this. When Ray Rice, the NFL running back for the Baltimore Ravens, hit his fiance in the face, knocked her clean out.
She was out of there.
And now today they're married. What do you think about that? Do you think domestic violence repeat itself?
Well, I'm a firm believer leopard doesn't change its spot.
This is a
I mean,
demonstration
if I was
of
that woman, if
Ustream
the person
producer.
knocked me out and then turn around and says, I love you, baby, well, I can't see it. I would be done with it. I would be done with it.
Wow.
And when some of these females wake up and realize when the man puts his hands on you the first time, there's more coming.
Say that.
Now watch this. Now you're a seasoned pastor, bishop, elder. I was curious.
Of Ustream
I was
producer.
curious. You said a leopard never changed its spots. So, can Jesus recover a person's anger and aggressiveness?
Okay.
That's kind of contradicting the Bible.
If that person is willing to yield his spirit over to Christ,
Preach.
okay, he has to put himself in a position to be changed.
Come on.
Okay. Now, if he continues to sit down the same path and does not go
This is a
into an area or get
demonstration of
into a
Ustream
church
producer.
and ask God to change his Adamic nature, I mean, yes, you can try and change yourself, but if you need a physician, where do you go?
Come on.
You go to the doctor.
Yes, sir.
You can't heal your own self,
Elder Harris?
Yes.
so you have to go where you need to get healed. If your spirit needs to be healed and changed, then you need to go to Christ. You need to go to church.
Restoration. Yeah.
You need to get into the Bible.
This is a demonstration of Ustream producer.
What the Bible speaks about. You go back to the commandments. Love ye one another
Come on.
as I have loved you.
Yes.
Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You don't want me knocking you in your mouth, so don't knock me in mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know
If we
that's
just
right.
follow the Ten Commandments, there would be no domestic violence.
Wow. That's real. That's really
Okay.
good.
All right, my brother, maybe another time, another day, we definitely be doing
This
it
is
the
a
same way
demonstration
on the
of
old
Ustream
pocket
producer.
airways. In the meantime, in between times, you take them easy, you take them slow, and whatever you do, wherever you go, take the good Lord along with you. He'll make your pathway brighter, your burdens lighter. When it's all said and done, you'll know Jesus Christ is number one. We got our knees in the breeze. We're going to do you like the farmer does his corn.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
2 years later, we gone. Bye-bye.
See you later. All right. Turn up.
Yes. Thank you for calling, Elder Harris.
Wow, he just went in all the way.
Yes, double H.
Praise break.
Yeah, we lost like 3 callers because he answered their questions. Yeah.
Oh, somebody tuned up.
Wow. Listen,
He
you are
turned
listening.
up on us, man.
He did. You are listening to Turn Up the Volume Radio Show. Once again, we want you to call in 216-797-1536. That's 216-797-1536. And our international number is 347-539-5088. That number once again is 347 475395088. We cannot wait to hear from
We
you.
want to hear from you.
Yes, yes. Well,
Yes,
listen,
Lord.
we're gonna take a short pause for the what is it?
Pause for the cause.
Here's a little bit of Doobie Pow, Cry Loud. We'll be right back. The time is now 4:24. We'll be right back. Stay there. Don't move. Stay there.
Turn up.
Sounds about
Yes, sir. Hey, yo, the time is now for us to be about what we sing about, what we preach about, what we read about. Yeah. Y'all ready? Let's go. Come on. We got.
This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer. 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 This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer.
Radio.
Yo, we back. Turn up the volume with Lynn, KAZ, and Zay. The current time is 4:33, and we're going to get right back into it. The phone lines are still open. If you want to call in, you can. We are here. We in the building. Okay, listen. So we're going to have a few announcements that we got and let you guys know what's going on with us. And we are looking for sponsors for the show, and if you want to advertise your church, your business, on our show, we will do that for you.
Demonstration of Ustream
You could just